Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Today is May 20th. This is the second time I'm trying to record this video. I don't know, something happened. Something dropped out, something stopped and stopped in the middle of the video, so I have to start over. But the second time is the best, I think. I wanted to record this outside, but it's a beautiful day, but the allergies are kicking. So I said, let me just record this on the inside here, keep it in the house, and keep the allergies to a minimum. But um, I did something yesterday that I haven't done in years, and that was go on a social media platform called Facebook. Everybody knows Facebook. I had an old air conditioner that I had in my office, and still worked. It was still great, but I wanted to sell it. Normally, I donate stuff to the church. I'll do all that. But this was like, well, maybe somebody could use it, and immediately because it's getting hot. So, priced it right. And, I posted it on Facebook or whatever, Marketplace. I don't know what it is. I haven't been on any social media, especially Facebook, in years. And the platform changed. So I posted on the Facebook, and somebody came and bought it, the whole thing. But I got to tell you, when I went on there, I started to get sick. And I felt the negative vibes, I swear, coming off this platform. So I was thinking, I just got to get off. So as soon as I sold that thing, I deactivated my account again on Facebook. I said, man, now I know why I got off years ago, all these platforms. Whether it be Facebook or, I don't know, Twitter, I don't know, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all these things. I knew years ago that they were poison, societal poison, like the title in the thumbnail. I just didn't care for them, and I haven't been on them in years. I think they are, number one, they are ego and validation driven. People want to get likes and friends, and I got to retweet, and who's my this, and who's doing that, and who's saying, and I'm like, it's people on a computer or a phone. I'm like, are you really friends with these people? How many friends can I accumulate? I'll look more important, or how many likes can I have, and how many thumbs up here and this? And I'm like, this is so fake and phony. That's reason number two is I find that, and I found, and that's why I haven't been on in years, and I'm so much happier. But you get this phony, this falseness, this fake. People are disingenuous. People are misleading. And you don't get the real people. I remember this guy years ago. He had a kid, and his kid was playing Little League, and his kid went up there, and he got, I guess, 4 hits out of the 4 times he was up. So he went 4 for 4. And he's going, oh, my son went 4 for 4 today, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but I'm thinking to myself, I don't recall ever seeing anything about when your son got up there and struck out 4 times and did that 10 games in a row. I don't see you posting that, but you're posting this. So it's misleading. All social media is misleading. It's disingenuous, phony, fake, in my opinion. And look, I know Facebook is, to some people, it's considered social media, but to me, it's not. I mean, there's a difference between. I think it's an outlier. It stands alone, even though it's changing. I think YouTube stands alone and out away from like the Facebooks and Instagrams, TikToks, and all those other ones. I think Facebook is a little bit different, even though I think that's changing because of AI and stuff like that. Everything's getting more. There's more production involved, and AI. There's commentators or AI in the video, so YouTube isn't like it was years ago. It's getting a little more to be like the other ones. So, like I said, I don't want to be like contradict myself or like a hypocrite. Like, hey, I'm all stuff, and I'm on here making these videos. I do think YouTube is changing, but I think it's different. And like I said, it's probably a split 50-50. Some people think YouTube is social media. Some people don't. Whatever. So, but I do think as of right now, it's a standalone from those other ones. Yeah. So I think it's fake, phony, and disingenuous. You don't get the real thing, the real McCoy. And also, you could be anonymous, on most of these platforms. And then because of that, you'd say and pretty much say and post anything. And I mean, that's a detriment to society. I mean, it's harmful, I think years ago, I mean, I'm talking years ago, if somebody gave a speech, it was an orator, they would get up on a platform and they would speak to the people. And people would see what these people were saying, and they can form an opinion. They like them, don't like them, but at least the person that was saying something, you hold them accountable to their words because they said it. It's like, hey, you said that, you said it. Social media, oftentimes, so many times, it's anonymous, and people just blurb stuff out, races and hate stuff, and all sorts of wacky stuff. And there's no accountability. I think that's in society in general, but especially on social media, it's a free for all most of the time. I think maybe Twitter maybe tries to clamp down, and maybe Facebook does. I don't know, but I think people just say and do so many things, and it brings out the worst in people. Um, in addition, I think I mentioned the guy that about friends. How many, like, I was Facebook, I got like 550 friends, quote unquote. I know these people, but I don't consider them my friends. I don't, I'm going to make another video later on about why I don't have really any close friends, and I'm cool with that. And I like that. But I'll make another video with that. But for me, again, Facebook, and that's really the only one I know. The other ones I had accounts on before briefly and got right off. But do I really have 550 friends? Who the hell are these people? I don't even know who these people are. So, and I could care less. People trying to sell themselves, backdoor compliments. Somebody was on there when I was on yesterday trying to sell that air conditioner. Somebody that was a friend, somebody went to school in maybe junior high somehow, I don't know. But she's like, oh yeah, I just want to compliment myself. I turned a yoga teacher now. I got a RYT this, and it's a backdoor compliment to try to get job. She's trying to mask what she's trying to say and try to get. So I'm like, look, man, and that's just, I couldn't stand. I'm like, I just can't get off this thing. It's crazy. Additionally, I know two other people, and this was years ago too. Two of the people that the platform was on Facebook, you could list your workplace. Workplace was this. I know two women specifically. They had like 8 or 9 things listed on their workplace. They're massage therapist, stenographer, photographer, coach, nutritionist, and I'm like, that's telling. And this may not be specifically for what's wrong with social media and just specifically, but I'm like, man, you're telling people that you're not a specialist in anything, that you're kind of like, you spread all over the place, that you know a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but you're telling people you're not an expert in anything. And I'm like, just list one thing that you're good at and you love to do, and boom, that's going to carry you. But when you want to try to show that you're important or relevant and stuff like that, so you list all these jobs, and I'm like, to me, that comes across as you're not good in anything. You list all these freaking jobs. So yeah, that was just another thing that I was thinking about. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, probably the last thing. And I mentioned it was bad. This is bad for society. Social media. It kind of evolved into that. Maybe in the beginning it wasn't. But social media causes people to think with their emotions. Everything's emotions now. Even in generalized society, there's no more free thinking, critical thinking. Slow down. Let me absorb what's going on. People are just throwing stuff, and the volume is crazy of every platform. That you get inundated with so much stuff that people automatically, they don't think, they use their emotions to do their thinking for them, and it kind of devolves into just a bad situation all the way around. And I think and it affects probably it affects everybody, but I think the young kids too. They're not steady on their feet yet. They're not grown up yet. They're not sure of themselves, so they're very influenced by what is said on social media, and it can mess with them. So anyway, that's it. It's like 9 minutes. I'm in here yakking about stuff, but I think conclude, social media is overall just a poison to society, and I think it started out good. It was meant, I guess, but humans touch something. When people touch something, they eventually turn into crap. So I'm sure there's other reasons why I don't like social media, but like I said, I'm not on there. I'm not going on there. Don't want to be on there. Don't need to be on there. I just had a conversation out there. I was doing some gravestone cleaning with this organization, significant older gravestones in the area here in New York, and I like to do that. Kind of Revolutionary War heroes and stuff like that. You clean their graves and so on. And I was talking to this politician. And she's like, well, you follow me on social media. I'm like, look, lady, I'm not on social media. I'm not any social media. She goes, to be honest, I wouldn't be either, except it's my position. I'm a kind of local politician. And I kind of have to be. Um, so I think more and more people are coming around to the idea of getting off social media because it's such a detriment, man. You just get overwhelmed with such negativity and such poison that it affects you, and it definitely affects you. So, all right, anyway, I'm going to shut my face now. I think I got everything I need to say. Guess that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. And like I said, this is the second time around trying to record this thing, and I hope it did. But I'll see you next time. I'm going to kind of get a little more on some more deeper topics and some deeper subjects. So I hope it's fun. I hope you learned something and you enjoyed this. All right. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon. Thank you.